newcomer, Pashmina, who had yet to emerge from her house, and Tortimer, the former mayor of this town, perhaps all the towns, who had since retired to a private island. Most of these things were out of my control, but one of them wasn't. I decided there and then that whatever the risk, I would get that permit, get the invitation to the island, and confront Tortimer. As Nook had suggested, getting 10,000 bells together wasn't hard. I grabbed every orange I could find in the forest. I even found the husk of the beehive I'd disturbed on my first night's foraging, still on the ground where it had fallen. I looked around, arms full of oranges, to see Pashmina staring at me with a quizzical expression.
What are you doing?
I'm just, I stammered, dropping oranges all over the floor. I just need money for a house deposit.
And you're going to pay for that with oranges?
Whatever falls to the ground, right?
That will take you ages. Let me show you a better way.
Carrying a fishing rod, she took me by the hand and led me to the river. She held my arms and showed me how to cast into the water.
Watch out for shadows under the water. That's where they're hiding. Drop the line in just in front of the shape and wait.
I cast my line into the lazy stream. The bob floated past and began to drift around the corner. Pashmina stood, watching. I felt a tug on the line. I pulled, and a small green fish sailed out of the water and landed in my arms. Full of pride, I looked around to show Pashmina, but she had already disappeared. Her tip was right, though, and in no time at all, my haul had earned me a little over 10,000 bells at retail. Reese smiled and said that she was pleased I was fitting in to village life. Other villagers I passed also smiled and waved. Did they know I still wanted to leave? Annabelle was nowhere to be seen. With no time to waste, I took the sack of bells to Nook's store and dropped it on the floor in front of him. He eyed me eagerly. That does make me very happy. The money makes everything official. Official. For the moment, you must be looking forward to tomorrow, yes? You just go to sleep, and we will do the rest. For better or worse, I'd done it. I'd bought a house in Animal Crossing. I slept, dreaming of trains and trees, islands and boats, and Tom Nook laughing. All the while laughing. When I awoke, the air felt different. I was in a strange room. Dust danced in the light shining through the windows onto bare floorboards. The walls were plaster and brick. But I was still lying on my bed, my own lantern in the corner, my hat on the floor. I stepped outside. To my amazement, the house stood in exactly the spot where I had gone to sleep in my tent. Was it possible? Had Nook's people come and built the house around me while I slept? On the night my tent had been constructed, that had been instant as well, hadn't it? How was Nook doing this? I went back inside. It was basic, but warmer than the tent. Within moments there came a knock at the door. Isabel. I should have known.
I see your house is all finished.
Yeah.
Housewarming gift,
she announced and pulled out a roll of wallpaper.
I'm so pleased to see you in a house at last. I hope you enjoy it.
I looked at the pattern. Handprints. They looked like Isabel's own.
I'll leave you on your own now.
Wait. We had a deal. You said if I had my house, I could see Tortimer. How do I get to him?
Well, yes. You do have a house, but you don't own it, do you?
What do you mean?
Well, you paid off your tent, and Mr. Nook very kindly built this home for you, and now you need to pay this off as well. Then you can see Tortimer.
Bells chimed in the distance, the song of the town. I looked at Isabel's gleeful face as she walked out of my house. That was it. The trap was complete. I had my house, and they had me. I had no idea what they would charge me this time, but I knew I was going nowhere until it was done. No boat,